again, thank you very much. Welcome back to another edition of the Monday Night Football. As usual, I have the full crew right here with me. Sitting on my far left, of course, is no other person other than Mbai Core. And then next to me, I have Pa Yero. You know, sometimes they call him Yero So, sometimes they call him Pa Yero, or otherwise honorable because he wants to stand for elections. Thank you very much. And then I also have on my right here, that is the famous Ibrahim Campo Jata, right here joining me on the Monday Night Football. Of course, today we have a very special program. We don't have a guest today, but we'll be discussing about Gambian football. We'll also be giving you, reports on what is happening at the international scene. A lot of, topic of discussion on Gambian football. One of the major things is we will look at the national team, as you already know. The coach has already called upon a number of key players to play for him. We'll be talking about him. There are a lot of rumors. People have been talking. Some are criticizing him, and then some are not criticizing him. We'll be discussing about it right here on Monday Night Football. But we will also be talking about Gambia Ports Authority, who have not paid their players, according to reports, for almost about 2 months right now. Ports players have not been paid. Is port drifting, just like Gamtel? Is their fate going to be like the fate of Gamtel, where at the end of the day, the club is going to be, sold to someone or to foreigners? We will discuss about that right here on Monday Night Football. And there are some key things about the $400 million, that is rumored that the NC committee is going to raise. We will be talking about it because we've also realized that CAF also do chip in, to help National Football Association. We'll be discussing about those things right here on Monday Night Football. First, let me just welcome my guys. Ibrahim Campo Jada. Campo, you're welcome.
Thank you very much, sir. Good evening to wonderful viewers. We welcome you to another exciting Monday Night Sport. As usual, interesting headline. Stay tuned and do so.
Right, and then Yaro.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Kamara, and of course we welcome all the wonderful listeners to yet another, of course, exciting edition of Monday Night Football here at Star TV. Stay tuned whilst we, we entertain you, of course, with sports, because it goes with entertainment, and of course with facts.
All right, Bayhor?
Just saying a good evening to our viewers, those viewing us at home, and those following us on Facebook Live. We're saying to them, let them keep tuning. More interesting stories are coming tonight.
All right, thank you very much. That's Mbai Call together with Yero and then Ibrahim Campo Jata right here on Monday Night Football. Before we go further, of course, we'll be giving you a roundup of the local stories with Omar Joba. As you already know, the GFF Division 1 Football League also resumes, and then we'll be giving you results of all that in the roundup that Omar Job is going to give us right now. Now we now go to Omar Job to give us a brief roundup of the major stories happening in the Gambia and also Gambian players playing abroad.
Gambia Football Federation National League Division 1 Football Round-Up Week 1 results. In a thrilling kickoff to the GFF National League Division 1, Week 1 showcased intense clashes and exciting outcomes. Marimo faced a 2-1 defeat at the hands of TMT, while Bombardas stumbled with a narrow 1-0 lose to Falcons. Real de Banjul celebrated a 2-0 triumph over Fortune on their home turf, and Team Rhino showcased their proofs with a convincing 2-0 win against Steve Vico. Greater Tomorrow emerged victorious in a tight battle, securing a 2-1 win over Gaf. Samga clinched a narrow 1-0 triumph over Banjul United, while BST Galaxy and Walidan played a goalless draw. Birikama and Wa Banjul fought to a 1-1 stalemate, wrapping up a week filled with 6 wins, 2 draws, and a total of 14 goals. The competition is off to an electrifying start, setting the stage for a promising season ahead. Transfer update: Steve Trawale have now left Hamabi official as his contract runs out. Steve has several offers offers, which include Ajman, Omonia Nicosia and other clubs are interested in the skillful attacker. Abdoulaye Diallo registered his first assist of the season for his side Metz in a 3-1 win over Nantes in the French League on Sunday. The attacking midfielder lasted for 84 minutes on the pitch. Congratulations to Gambian international Alfousseni Jatta. His club are crowned champion of the Latvian top flight. Congratulations to Alfo. Aliou Jatta showcased his skill on the field as he started for El Gouma in their 1-1 draw against Egypt Premier League giants Al Ahly. Aliou Mane of Greater Tomorrow Football Academy arrived in Belgium on Saturday ahead of his scheduled trials with Zulte and Genk in the coming weeks, respectively. Gambian international Ibrahima Koli with a goal and assist in Young Boys 6-1 win over Lausanne. The Gambian international played the entire game. An exciting cross from Jacob Mendy found Ben Toza, who finished with a clever flank pass. Resham were 2-0 up against Gillingham. Thompson fit on Hassan Cisse. Hassan is the best striker in the Gambia, said coach Tom Senfi. Tom continued, Hassan is an important player for me. Before I became Gambia coach, he did struggle to score. Since then, however, he's become the senior team's all-time top scorer with 13 goals to date. He is the best striker in the Gambia. I love his mentality. He has a visceral heart rate of defeat. He is very hardworking, always ready to listen, and he is peaceful. He wants to play every game and is not happy when stopped. Every coach would love to have a player like Hassan Cisse. Tom Senfit on why he didn't call Ali Sow and Yusuf Njai. The reason that Yusuf Njai and Ali Sow are not called to the national team is very clear, because we called both of them in our previous matches and several times they did not show up or they had an excuse not to come. Gambian fans are asking where is Modou Barrow. The Gambian international is playing week in week out on a higher level in Sivasspor. Gamfoot can confirm that Modou Barrow is currently only focusing on his club. Why is he not in the national team? It's between the player and the head coach. Modou Barrow was a key player for the Gambia during the last Afcon qualifier, scoring versus Gabon and assisting Hassan Cisse versus Angola. Modou was also in the starting 11 versus Tunisia and Guinea-Conakry and played a vital role for the Scorpions during the last Afcon. The mercurial attacker has been one of the most consistent attacking players for Tom Senfit. The Gambia squad to face Burundi and Ivory Coast. Omar Colley is called up but might not play as he is still injured. Back in is Seydou Janko. First call for Mahmoud Bojang, Yankuba Minte is out and Ibu Toure. The National Coordinating Committee of the Road to Afcon, together with the GFF, want to raise $400 million for the Afcon. Gamfoot can confirm the amount is highly inflated. The question is, why do you want to raise such an amount of money when CAF made it clear? CAF provide the following for all the member associations that qualify for Afcon: support for transportation, to and fro the tournament for every qualified member association, food and accommodation for every team for the entire tournament. CAF also takes care of laundry and local transport for the entire tournament, a bus, a 4x4 jeep and a van to transport equipment. Now, why do GFF want to raise $400 million for 1 month? Gambia beat Senegal. Congratulations to the Gambian national amplitude team on their impressive victory. They displayed skills, determination, securing a 2-1 win against Senegal. National amplitude team in an international friendly match held in Dakar. Gambia versus Burundi class in a historical matchup. Gambia is set to face Burundi for the first time in the World Cup qualifiers in Group F on Tuesday, November 16 in Tanzania. The encounter marks the inaugural meeting between the two nations on the football field. Both teams have unveiled their squad for this pivotal opponent game, intensifying the anticipation for a thrilling clash. FIFA's latest ranking revealed that the Gambia currently holds the 17th position while Burundi is placed at 142. The match promises to be compelling showdown between nations striving for success on the international stage. Football enthusiasts worldwide eagerly await the outcome of this momentum fixture set to unfold on Tuesday, November 16 in Tanzania. Coach Tom Senfit has finalized his 23-man squad to face Burundi and Ivory Coast, featuring a mix of talent from various clubs around the world. The squad includes players such as Omar Colley from Besiktas, Turkey, and Musa Barrow from Al Tawun in Saudi Arabia. Here is the full list: Babukar Gay, Lokomotiv Sofia, Bulgaria; Modou Diop, Mwanzi, Rwanda; Lamin Sarr, Eskilmine IF, Sweden; Omar Colley, Besiktas, Turkey; James Gomez, Sparta Praga, Czech Republic; Buba Sane, Zigda, Bosnia; Noah Sonko, Ludogorets, Bulgaria; Seydou Janko, Young Boys, Switzerland; Ismaila Jom, San Antonio FC, USA; Mohamed Sane, Vrazim, Czech Republic; Mahmoud Bayo, Podbrizova, Slovakia; Ibu Adams, Cardiff, UK; Hamza Isabari Vigle Denmark, Daudangom Ariana FC Sweden, Alassane Mane Obi Oudens Denmark, Jacob Mendy Resam UK, Aliou Fadera Racing Gang Belgium, Ibrahim Akoli Young Boys of Bath Switzerland, Abdoulaye Diallo Metz France, Bamba Sanyang Grenoble France, Musa Baro Al Taoun Saudi Arabia, Hassan Cissé Damak FC Saudi Arabia, and Mohamed Badamosi Al Zam Saudi Arabia. The Gambia Football Federation wishes to inform its stakeholders and the general public that 4 clubs, 3 men and 1 in the Women's League, have recently changed ownership ahead of the beginning of the new season. The concerned clubs are Gamtel PSV Wiringala, both relegated from the top flight and to play second-tier football this season, and Medical Football Club. Abugo United, tied from the bottom in last season Women's First Division League, have also changed ownership. Gamtel is bought by Senegalese football agent now turned administrator Youssoufa Fall and has changed the club's name to Serekunda Football Club. Medical, a team from Bansang in the Central River region, has been bought by Kemo Cisse and his Dutch partners Ari Terefas and since renamed as Gambian Dutch Lions. Elsewhere, a consortium led by Papa Yusuf Vanjai, the founder of Unique Group, and Sol Fraser, the proprietor of Global Properties, have also completed the full takeover of PSV Verengara Football Club. The new owners have since renamed it to Unique Global Football Club. Omar Sedi Khan, the owner of TMT Football Club, has purchased Abuko United and renamed it TMT Women's FC. Speaking to the GFF media, the Chief Executive Officer of the GFF, Lamin M. Jassy, described the recent development as a testament of the remarkable stride made in the Gambian football under the leadership of Lamin Kaba Bajo. He added that our domestic league is getting more attractive and people should expect further investment. There is a complete paradigm shift in the way that our domestic league and football in general is observed now. In fact, all these developments are exceptional for our game, but more so the one of Unique Global FC. It is the first private sector-led process of a league club in the Gambia, and we expect that to be a game changer, he told the GFF media. The domestic league is gaining more and more momentum now, and this is having a direct effect on our national teams. When you look at the progress of the under-20 team in the last few years and the senior national team too, the overwhelming majority of the players, they have started their careers in the Gambian league. Also, our league is now broadcast to a global audience through partnership with FIFA under the 11 Sports platform.
Thank you very much, Omar Diop, for giving us, a brief roundup of stories happening in the Gambia and, of course, outside the Gambia concerning Gambian players.
Gambia Football Federation National League.
We all know that the first division have already kick-started. As you already know, we've seen, a number of goals being scored. We've seen the week wrap up with 6 wins, 2 draws, and a total of 14 goals, which is very amazing. At least we want to be seeing more goals in our league, as this GFF associated with Baluo. Yeah, yes, exactly. And then we've seen Marimo Park Fu to face a 2-1 defeat at the hands of TMT. All right, and then while Bombarda stumbled with a narrow 1-0 loss to Falcons, we've already seen that. Real de Banjul celebrated a triumph 2-0 victory over Fortune on their home turf. Team Rhino showcased their prowess with a convincing 2-0 win against Steve Biko. Greater Tomorrow emerged victorious in a tight battle, scoring the 2-1 win over Gaf, and then Samga clinched a narrow 1-0 triumph over Banjul United, while BST Galassi and Walidan played to a goalless draw. Brikama and Wa Banjul fought a 1-1 stalemate, wrapping up a week filled with 6 wins, 2 draws, and a total of 14 goals. The competition is off to an electrifying start, and we know we're going to see a lot of talent, a lot of goals.
Very well. I think, Sarah, it's beautiful that we've commenced the Baluo sponsored league that is in the 4th division. Last season, we've been seeing a lot of struggle due to playing the ground and here and there. That's why the leagues didn't even play its FA and so on. Yeah. But now the newly promoted sides, that is of course TMT and the likes of BST Galaxy coming in, quick settling into the league. We've seen a lot of positive, of course, start in the league, because it's good that we now see our strikers, our team scoring, which means, of course, the technical teams or the coaches are doing what is expected of them. It used to be very difficult for a league roundup to see 14 goals being scored in a week. But you also have to consider that a lot of teams have been included. It used to be like 12 teams going to in the first division leagues. Now we are having 18, which is a big positive, of course. Now we hope to see most of this team engaging, of course, with titanic battles. We will see. That's, of course, what TMT have brought into the array of the first division league. Battling out with Marimo. Since their inceptions in the fourth division, they've proven to be a side that is very difficult to play with, especially last year when they pick up the form. They struggled for the first half of the second half, but they really established themselves and proved to be very difficult. But again, TMT coming in with proper structure. This is what we call football. You need to structure, need to know where you're from and where you're heading to. And this is exactly what is happening to TMT and PST Galaxy. They are a team to watch in this first division league.
All right, Mbaikor?
Sarah, thank you very much once again. As Yero said, this is the first time, if I can remember or if my memory can serve me well, this first division league opened with a high score in a week. But the problem what I observe in the league is it is always intensive during the first round. But when it comes to the second round, the league is totally dormant, simply because some players are focusing on the Nawetan, some players are running away from committing certain games so that they will not play, which really affect the league. And the other issue is like Balugo sponsoring the league. I, for one, I don't know if the sponsor discussion or the deal or the signature was done closed doors. Because in this situation, the media has to be involved. Involved in a sense that the media is the mouthpiece of the public.
So you want to know how much is going to cost?
It is important. It's very important because this is a sponsorship. How much is a club entitled for? The media, how much are they entitled for? Security, how much are they entitled for? Referees, this is sponsor, whether the sponsorship is a full package or is not a full package, the media should know. Because the media should enlighten the public, but you cannot just jump and conclude on what you don't know.
Yeah, and I think Campo already have an answer for that. You said each team having $50,000.
It was said
during the luncheon.
It was signed. I was there, and even Baker was there. So it is $25,000.
Okay.
So it's 3 years contract. That means it's 3 million. So each team in the fourth division will have 50,000. So it means the 800,000 will go up to the teams. Then the rest, Jeff will have some money on it to give the price. Yeah, but it's 25 million. It's $25,000 for every season. It's a 3 years.
It's a 3 years contract.
Yeah, each team will have 50,000 before the season started. So I don't know whether this season the team have their 50,000 or they do not have it. But last season, each team was given 50,000. And one thing back also, they always sponsor will come, but they will forget journalists, they will forget security. And those are the people who are the mouthpiece of the league. If you don't broadcast the league, nobody will know what is going on. If the security are not there,
maybe they want the media to go and buy TV rights.
No, but you have to consider. Sometimes you can say maybe there's a package for journalists for your fare. It's not bad because you're gonna pay the media. Because the media will expose you and it will make it. You don't know where it will stop. Definitely. But the GFF
but we know it's also the responsibility of the media, to also go and buy, these rights, so that they can show it.
I mean,
that's true also.
Because right now, we have what we call televisions. So the GFA would expect, at least TV station, to come up with a package, at least to say, all right, we want to showcase this number of games in the league, so at least we want to offer this amount of money, but again, the media will say, sponsors, are not, available, to buy these TV rights, because at the end of the day, it's going to be at the expense of the media house.
Yeah, but government companies will come and sponsor them. Official is here, QCL is here, Commune is here. They all come and buy. If you look at Senegalese league, you have Orange, Espirito, Tigua, other companies are coming to sponsor their leagues. I think some of them will even partnership with their local club for advertisement on their jerseys. But this year we've seen some, like Walidam, we see TNT, we see BSA Galaxy, other teams are having it, like Steve Biko having sponsored jerseys from Salah. But it's not that much. This will try to pump something.
Yeah, I think if companies will come into to sponsor a league or perhaps with clubs, you need to see the gain after, what you will regain after. That is, of course, you know, do really Gambians go and watch the First Division League? How many people are attracted to watch the First Division League? I think this has been a big question mark. This is why companies are not coming in. But, I mean, nonetheless, it's important that we have sponsors. And, of course, catering for the media, as he rightly said, we know, obviously, we have been covering games. But normally, journalists have been so marginalized in this country when it comes to football, because most of the time, you're not catered for. Even when the GFF that was in 2020 and 2021 league season when Fortune won the league. I think vividly I could remember when we were at the Independent Stadium and journalists were deprived from coming down, of course, the tunnel to have interviews at the end of the season, which I think because at that juncture they have ceremonial, of course, but you know, people who were there, or maybe football administrators who were sitting and just waiting for that ceremony. When we see the big guns there, that's the time we react. But when in actuality you find not many of them will go to cover big games week in, week out, to bring these games to the doorsteps of the Gambians. So I think it's high time for the league to be more attractive, to attract more people. Then I think other companies that are even struggling want to see their brand being broadcast. And if we want to see the likes of, sorry for not being an advertisement, but Mohas coming in to cheap, they will want to see at least, you know, number of people who are coming to watch games. They want to see the league being organized and brand. They want to see only transparency. As Mbai rightly said, if you have signed a 3-year contract, that is the Baluo, we all know 50,000 is going to the teams. Now, come back to the media and tell them that the Baluo sponsored tournament, it's going to start. Teams have received or have not yet received this and that and that. But you cannot just keep quiet and give us for week 1 fixtures or 1 week 2 fixtures or not. So we don't know whether even team have got that mention or not, which is of course a 3-year contract, which we know. Last year they have given it, we all witnessed that, of course, which was positive. But this year, before commencing, do they give the teams? It's a question mark. And how are they, in fact, with the percentage that they're going to the other stakeholders? Because the sports or football is not only, you know, the teams that will make sport what it is. Because players cannot play on behind closed doors without fans, without media and everything. They want to be heard. They want to be seen. You can see why players will dodge in the second half of the league is because proper coverage and follow-up, it's always a problem. When the players knew that they are being covered week in, week out, they will always give what is expected. And if a player is missing, you ask the coach, why is the player missing? But if you don't follow, perhaps you watch one game today, and you watch in the second half one game, you don't even know the players in the team. So how would you ask or question the absentee of a certain player? So it's always a problem. So this is why doors have to be open for the media, and of course independent media reporters, of course, not only having GFF having media officers who will go and they will only show the angle that suits GFF. But we need to have other media outlets that will come in and always be asking, Real de Banjul, why do you drop Mr. X, Y, and Z? They will have Samga, why do you drop X, Y, and Z? So all these things need to be catered to make the league an interesting league that everybody will want to push in your money, not only to come and watch games and go home. So I think lots need to be done as far as the GFF league is concerned. This is why the other leagues are far ahead of our league because of the structures and everything.
All right, still now just remaining, you know, with the clubs in the country. We've seen GFF, you know, make a statement concerning, you know, change of ownership ahead of the beginning, you know, of the new season. We've seen the concerned clubs with Gamtal, PSV, Wellingara, both relegated from the top flight to play in the second tier football this season, and Medical Football Club, Abuko United, third from bottom in the last season Women First Division League, has also changed what we call ownership. Gamtel is bought by the Senegalese football agent, now to an administrator, that is Yusuf Afal, and then we've discussed about it here on Monday Night Football, and has named it to Serekunda Football Club. Medical, a team from Bansang in Central River region, has been bought by Kemo Sise and his Dutch partner Ari Truraf. and since renamed as Gambian Dutch Lions. Elsewhere, consortium led by Papa Yusuf Njai, that's the founder of Unique Group, and Saul Fraser, proprietor of Global Properties, have also completed the full takeover of PSV Wellingara Football Club. The new owners have since renamed it to Unique Global Football Club. Omar Saidi Khan, the owner of TMT Football Club, has purchased Abuko United and renamed it TMT Women FC. I think this is a significant development, happening in the game of football. Significant in a sense that we've seen two giant companies, merging together, to buy a football club. All right, that's the Global Properties and then Unique Solution coming together. And I think those people putting their resources together, they will be able to run the administration of the team. At least we will not say, okay, this team lack funds, this team lack finance, because you have two giant companies who are very doing well, in Gambian economy, in the business, purchasing a football club. At least we will see, the team spirit at least will be lifted, and then they will also have to look at the salary scales, of these football players, because it's one thing that the GFF, should be very worried about, the salary of football players. And then I think there should be a cap, salary cap at least, that what we will say, okay, first division players should receive, between this amount of money, going to a certain amount of money. Second division, third division. At least this would motivate, Gambian players, to be more committed, and then discourage them, from the issue of this back way. Another surprise one that we've seen, bought a club is Kemo Cisse. All right. I don't know how rumors are, whether rumors are true or not, but people are speaking on the sideline, that Kemo is being groomed, by Team Kaba, at least to replace Kaba, to stand for next election, when Kaba final term comes to an end. So those are things that are happening, in the game of football. But, football is like that. You expect, rumors and side talks and here and there, but we will find out to see whether that is the actual fact.
Very well. Thank you, Sarah. I think, we will congratulate, of course, those, the new takeovers, we will call them, who show interest in, of course, football in this country, and bought some, significant clubs, important clubs for that matter, in the second division, of course, in both female and, of course, in the male category, which is positive. And I think this is, we're heading in the right direction. Yep. People now trying to understand the business aspect of football, which is positive, because football have gone beyond, or where we will say we just play football for fun or whatsoever. It is also a business. It's a part of the world market as well. So if we have people that are business oriented coming into the game, I think this is so much positive, and we will definitely applaud, the move to see that, people like Kemo, people like, of course, the owner of TMT venturing, having a male and a female team. That is definitely positive. My worry would be, why should GFF celebrate on this? That is number one. Number two, do they exactly prepare to regulate all these owners outside? Because normally we used to have, companies, stakeholders, that is, of course, government companies that will run football, the day-to-day affairs of football, that is owning clubs and so on. Now we are having individuals who are employing our youths, our youthful population, that is, of course, the players, both male and female. Now, what are the regulations that have been put in place? Instead of, the GFF celebrating said, yes, this is, what is positive for us. It's like, this is now what we're going to put in place for the welfare, of course, of our football. Not to, per se, celebrate because they are not putting their money in. So you put your mouth where your money is. So this is not the way what they put their money. And they facilitate, though, and get the environment, give the environment for such, of course, investment to happen. But again, push in more seriousness in the whole deals, and then try not to say, yeah, we are happy. Because if I purchase a club and you told me that, yes, I am happy that you have purchased this club and whatsoever, you oversaw me that sometimes to regulate me would be a problem. So that friendship tightness will always deteriorate players, in fact, not being paid salary. Players not being given their welfare. Players receiving $25 is transport a daily, or in fact, they will not be given breakfast or so on and so forth. We are seeing clubs that are paying $25, giving $25 is still, or $50 is as fast. So where are the regulators to make sure they regulate all these things, not to celebrate on Mr. X buying Club X? And we said, yes, this is a laudable move, not saying, okay, we are going to regulate X and Y have come in, now we are going to regulate X, Y, and Z. Now we have a foreign investor that is, of course, Gamtel to Serekunda FC. What are the measures that are put in place to say, okay, you have to do this in this country, want to invest, these are the regulations that you need to follow. If not, you know, you will be found guilty and you will be penalized for not following the regulations. Right. I think those need also to be ruled out by the GFF and let them clearly spell it out. The media will carry it. It will be marked, and then people will watch it.
You totally disagree with.
Why need to it need to be celebrated, because if you look at those clubs that this companies taking them, they used to struggle. The lack of medical is from Sierra. It's owned by a medical group from Germany. It's very difficult for them to have even a football book, even to have a ball, even to pay a salary. So if they sell it to a group from Turkey, it's good for our league, because they're going to showcase talent and sell it outside and see it to the world. So if you look at that global surface, one of GFF staffs convinced them to come, because PSV was going down. They are value even selling their team, because they don't pay players salaries, because it's a community team. They don't even pay them $1,000. So they struggle to even have money. But if you look at these people, they will come in and pump money, pay them good salaries, so that they can sustain them for not going outside or going to Senegal or going to other or going to Bangladesh to discourage them to try and invest what they want, at least to maximum salary, maybe 5,000. Why the JFF League is not having that amount of money? It's 5,000, 6,000, because the league is not professional. When the league is professional, there will be a tariff. Yeah, because some clubs are very poor, they don't pay their players. But we see this investors coming. If they say 5,000 fourth division or 6,000, this will be able to pay their players with that amount of money. So that's why it needs to be celebrated. That's why the JFF is, because of more companies are coming, buying teams, partnership with them. That will definitely help the league. So that's why this team, and there's more team coming up that they are going to sell their team because of the financial, because they are not doing business, they are not selling players. So this global team and also that group coming and sell and buying team. So it's a big benefit. And Yusuf also, he know the government standard before he'll come. He contacted some of his Senegalese counterpart here. I will not call his name. He know the government salary. But now he's trying to pay his player up to $5,000, which some foreigners are not doing that. And he also try to bring some scout and make it our league. So it needs to be celebrated.
I think you misquoted me.
No, I don't.
You misquoted me, because I did not
very
say
clearly.
It is not.
Why give us CBC?
No. I am not saying. I'm not saying it is not a positive move. Let me just
No. Wait. The league is good. They are just the league is good. Also, they allowing companies to come and take over. Because
what did I say? I said it's positive that they have given the avenue.
No, you said
it's positive that they have given the avenue for.
No, they said they don't celebrate. They should celebrate it.
Yes, you have misquoted me. What I said was, it is really positive that we are having such investors.
Yeah.
Right? That was clearly stated. And now it's good for our football. That's what I said. Of course, but again, GFS as the regulators. Why on earth should you be over celebrating on
because friends are coming to buy. No, serious people are coming to buy a club.
This is a positive, of course.
It's good positive.
Of course, you have created the avenue. Now, your responsibility, you are going to, for example, a distance. Distance of 5 kilometers. You move maybe 1 kilometer and you start to say, yes, we have gone far. I think that is, you needed to celebrate. You have to go up to at least 4 kilometers closer to your destination.
All our team going to be sold by foreigners. Some people are very strong.
I think in sense, you're
like
talking about the yardstick, that the GFF is celebrating right now. We've known that, okay, people are coming, companies are coming to buy clubs. Well, it's a good thing, all right? But is it going to reflect on the players? I think that is very, very important. That is very, very key. All right, we will discuss about it. We've seen Gambia Ports Authority. All right, Ports is one of the richest companies in this country. All right, but Ports Authority, there are 2 months right now. Ports have not paid, their players' salary. What is happening? Gamtel used to have money. All right, what is happening? All right, the investment that GFF thinks is happening is not happening. All right, because I think most people are interested in buying the club and then being stakeholders and then taking advantage of the system and also taking advantage of the boys, try to market them outside, and then gaining profit out of it.
That's my point.
Yeah, that's what is happening. That's what is happening currently in Gambian football. The investment is not being seen, you know, by Gambian players. Why do you think most of our talents, you know, prefer to go to Senegal to play football?
Because of the financial.
The last time we've sat with that coach, Tafa Mane here.
Yeah,
Mane said what Liberia, you know, clubs pay, you know, is far more than what is happening in the Gambia. All right, so how is GFF going to change these things? I think if new investors are coming in, that's the time that GFF should say, wow, right now is the right time we regularize everything, so that at the end of the day, these investors come in will also reflect on Gambian players. Right.
Sarah, just to start, see, Liberia, every season, the best male player of the league and the best female player of their league, each of those are given a 4-wheel free of charge because of their best player of that particular league. Gambia cannot have that.
It's sponsored by a company.
It's $1 million question one. Secondly, my personal opinion on this issue is, GFF, I believe every year when the league finishes, they do come together.
Yeah.
Sit as a committee
To review
the ups and downs and the hiccups to work on it. But I am not seeing any reason why, if it is true that they celebrate, I'm not seeing the reason why they should celebrate. What I believe they should do is for them to welcome the idea of these people investing and buying the team. It is an idea that should be welcomed by them. But to celebrate, some people, the way they think is difficult. And this is football. It is a very sensitive game. Last year, Steve bought a team here. Did the GFF celebrate? It's a question mark. Now, today, if someone just come and bought a player, you celebrate. People will be observing. Referees are neutral, sometimes they are not. If that particular team is playing against a team and the referees are human, they make a mistake, people will not understand the referee make a mistake. They will say it's a GFF associate. It will bring issue on that game, which should be avoided. Because, and as the saying goes, Sarah, if you want to sit under a shade at your home if you are old, you have to start planting a tree by now. If it is true that Kemo is to be nurtured to possibly be the next GFF president, let's see how many years will he stay in this country, because there are particular years that you should have in the country before you contest for that post.
Yeah, I'm coming that is 33 years. You have 33 years of that will qualify you to be a GFF president. Yeah, but there's no age limit. And Kemo, even
we believe in facts and evidence. What is your fact and evidence?
No, it was stated in the constitution.
Which constitution?
Of GFF constitution. Even standing
so
election.
is the constitution only confined within GFF?
Even right now, I myself.
Campo, you cannot defend GFF here. No, you are not here to defend them. No, I cannot take that because you are not an in-house member of GFF.
Yeah, but he's
he's
also telling you
that is his opinion.
What is
the facts.
Yeah.
Campo is not an employee of the Gambia Football Federation.
No, wait.
The way a Gambia Football Federation member can defend, I listen to him, I'm not going to listen to Campo that way. Because Campo can base on the hearsay.
I allow you to talk. So let me tell you the facts.
I need a GFF member
I was
who can
there,
sit here and defend that, and I listen. Being there doesn't
I
mean
was there for 5 good years.
Yes, okay,
I know how the federation.
As a GFF staff?
No. As a subcommittee member.
As a GFF staff?
I'm coming very quiet. Just what I want to tell you that I was in GFF for 5 good years as a subcommittee member. I sit in a meeting, and also they decide I was. You know what is the meaning of subcommittee? The backbone of the federation.
This is not about subcommittee.
No, wait, I'm coming.
What I believe is reference and evidence.
When they were
to convince me of that, bring the evidence and let me
answer you. When they were open for their open GFF election, any member can join. Any person can join. But what they say, the commissioner, your age should be 33 years above, and also you should be in football for 4 good years. That will qualify you to be a GFF candidate and also have a team and also involved in football for 4 good years. And we all know that, example, what Sarah said, whether the report are true. We all know Kemo have been in the GFF since I was going to grade 1. Since 1992, he worked with 5 different presidents. Example, there's a constitution in there. But for me, even right now, I'm fit to be a GFF president. I'm 37 years old. But they say 33 upwards. I've been in the federation. No, I'm not going to boast myself. I have been in the. I know the terms and conditions of the fourth president up to the last guy in the GFF. So I was in the system. I choose myself. So you're going to tell me that you're listening. I was in the system for 5 good years.
To contest
33 years.
For that post,
33 years.
You have to be in that country for an amount of years.
4 years and 33 years.
Yes, that is what I said.
That's what I said?
Not the years of the individual. This is what.
No, 4 years.
Yes, I think it's 4
That
years.
is what I said.
Yeah,
but I'm not saying whether 20 years of the person or 30 years of the person. I've never said that. What I said here is very clear. For someone to contest for that post, the person has to stay in that country for a particular years.
Yeah, for sure.
This is what I said very clear.
I don't have that from you. You're saying that the person should be how old? The age bracket.
Records are here. They can set straight. That is your own. What I said are very clear. I've never mentioned of the individual age.
Allow me. I've been in the federation for 5 good years.
No, but I'm not going to agree of you misquoting what I said. The fact is, I've never mentioned the individual age. What I said is the person should stay in a country for a particular age, not the age of the individual. I've never said that.
Why we are moving away from the country, nobody knows whether Kemo is going to stand or not. It's just been rumored.
Exactly.
Because we've seen Kemo